They say life is a classroom, but really it's a circus, loud, chaotic and beautiful. You're not a student, you're the main act, juggling purpose, paycheck and peace in the center ring. Purpose is the shiny ball you chase, paycheck is heavy, and peace is a fragile glass orb you hope not to drop. The music starts at birth, wild and unpredictable, with a ringmaster you never see. Around you, clowns stumble, acrobats soar, and lion tamers face their fears. You try to learn your own routine in this endless, sprawling show. There's no manual, just a handful of dreams and a family ticket as you're pushed into the spotlight. The crowd is a blur. Some cheer, some wait for you to fail, most are lost in their own acts. The floor is uneven, the light's blinding, and you realize you're both performer and audience in your own life. So you begin tossing purpose, paycheck, and peace into the air. They wobble, spin, and sometimes you almost drop one. Life is constant motion, not about perfect rhythm, but about how you recover when you lose it. The show must go on, even when you stumble. You take a breath, adjust your costume, and step into the first act, hoping to keep it together a little longer. The first act is about learning, but not from books. In life's circus, lessons are written in sawdust and sweat. You watch the high-wire artists, some succeed, some fall, and realize effort hides 1,000 failures. You practice your act following the rules, hands here, eyes up, toss just right. For a while it works, until the music changes and you're juggling flaming torches instead of balls. The old rules don't apply, you must unlearn and adapt or get burned. Real education is learning, unlearning and relearning while the show goes on. It's painful, especially when newcomers seem to master the new tricks with ease. But your struggle builds resilience. You learn to handle the heat and make the fire part of your dance. You find a new, messier rhythm that's truly yours. The circus rules are just suggestions. The real skill is adaptation. You watch others with curiosity, not envy, and accept that disappointment is part of the act. With tougher hands and a wiser spirit, you're ready for the next act. In the second act, the spotlight finds you. This is about purpose. When young, your purpose is simple and bright. You dream of being the star, but reality changes the act. A partner, children, aging parents. Suddenly you're part of a troupe. Your purpose gets heavier, tangled with practical things like safety nets and bills. The spotlight widens to include others. And your dream shifts from solo glory to shared survival. Maybe you give up the high wire to hold the net or sell popcorn so others can enjoy the show. At first it feels like loss, but then you find a deeper, quieter purpose. Meaning comes from being reliable, from the smiles of those you help, not just applause. Purpose becomes practical, shared and real, the steady work of keeping the circus running. In its own way, it's a more profound performance. Life's circus has 3 rings, and you only get a ticket to one. The first ring is for the poor. Worn costumes, cracked props, and raw struggle just to survive. The center ring is the middle class. Decent costumes, reliable props, always balancing work, family, and dreams. They look up with envy, down with fear, always striving, always tired. The third ring, high above, is for the rich. Dazzling costumes, strong nets, and effortless performances. But their fall would be fatal, and they're often isolated in their gilded cage. The cruel trick, the rings are mostly fixed, the game rigged by birth, luck, and invisible walls. Most spend their lives trying to leap rings, only to find the odds stacked against them. Not everyone gets the same chance to shine, no matter how hard they practice. Act 4 is the funhouse, the maze of mirrors, where your character is tested. The maze is the world of work, full of flattering and distorting reflections. The goal, find the one true mirror that shows who you really are. Some wander honestly, helping others, believing hard work will be rewarded. They're good people, but often lost in the maze, confused by illusions. Others are cunning, using the mirrors to their advantage, creating false reflections to get ahead. They move quickly, breaking rules and mirrors, rewarded for speed, not integrity. The lesson, the world isn't always fair, and you must decide what kind of performer you want to be. The final act is quiet. The music softens, the crowd thins, and the performers are older. You look back at tricks mastered and missed, realizing the best lessons come late. The goal wasn't to be the best, but to enjoy the act itself. You remember small moments, helping a clown, sharing a laugh, being a safety net. The true value isn't in tickets sold, but in lives touched. Maybe you brightened one day or caught one falling performer. That was enough. There are no encores. You get one performance. The show's finality gives it meaning. Every moment matters. The grand prize isn't a trophy, but the memory of the dance. You take your final bow, hoping you gave an honest, courageous show. The meaning of your life is found in the heart you put into the performance, from opening to final curtain. So what's the lesson from this circus called life? Live with your eyes wide open. Don't let the ringmaster or crowd dictate your act. You are the artist. Embrace both the highs and the stumbles. They make your story yours. Don't fear being flawed. The best clowns aren't perfect. Juggle what matters to you, not what the crowd values. Define your own success. Don't get lost in fortune's rings or the maze of mirrors. Remember your true face. Be honest, kind, and wise to the game. The show will end, the tent will come down, so step into the ring, dance, laugh, cry, help others, and ask for help. Live your act with style and heart. Don't waste your spotlight worrying about reviews. When the music fades, leave with your head high, not for being the star, but for being present and true. Exit with self-respect and quiet satisfaction. Leave the circus a little better than you found it. That's the only encore that matters.